Hello, Pierre Elliott. Welcome. Thanks for the follow, Pierre Elliott. I just delay starting the actual skin painting for a few minutes until some people start to trickle in from the links I just sent out. Thanks for the follow, Zeronius Max. Just getting some stuff set up here. Does everything sound okay? Every time I go live on here, I change a whole bunch of stuff trying to make it better, and then I never know how well it's working. All right, cool. All right, so last time we pretty much finished up the actual brow rig, programming it out. I think we'll stick to this single monitor display, but last time we were doing a whole bunch of programming with this mess of information. And I did a tiny bit of offline work just to get the global scale working, and I also realized I had a complete brain fart on stream last time where I had it so when the brow went in, these bottom little wrinkle control or joints here were moving, and they were only supposed to move when they went down like this. So I fixed it to work like so. So now we've got all these inner joints moving as they should. I also hid everything we don't need to see right now, so that's a little bit easier to understand what we're doing. Thanks for the follow, Truth Striker. And they should also all work when these master controls move too. So the area between the brows, I think they're fairly self-explanatory, but basically they are there to make nice little brow meat wrinkles as these move in and out. And so we can just paint as much or as little weights on those areas as we want. Or actually, you know what? I guess we do have to like fully paint that area to follow along with when the vertical movement happens. The mic audio or the music audio or both? Zeronius. I was doing some mic tests last night, and I was noticing for some reason the mic seemed a little staticky. I'm curious. I'm gonna turn my fan away from me for a second. Let me know if it gets better. Testing, testing. Does the mic sound any better right now? Testing, testing. Yeah, I have no idea what's causing it, which is very annoying because everything was totally fine when we did the last stream. Trying to think of what it could be, unless like the USB cable got like a tear in it or something. Very, very weird. Yeah, if I swing it over here, it'll magically work. Any better now? I wonder what it could be. But in any case, I guess we do need to paint 100% the spans in between the two inner brows. because they need to move vertically with those joints. So I guess it'll actually come down to adjusting the remap nodes for how much they move in and out at the end of the day. But for the bottom ones, since they just pretty much stay in place and move a little bit, we can just paint as little or as much weights as we want for that. So let's go ahead and create... Well, we have to actually bind the joints first. I'll just... I deleted everything in the scene that we don't need, so I'm just going to grab everything that ends in BND. And then we will... bind. I don't like how in this new Maya, whenever you open up side panels, your shelf shifts instead of just staying above all your panels. So now I have to kind of relearn where all my buttons are every time I resize stuff. All right, now we've got to do selected joints, closest distance, blah, blah, blah. That all seems fine. So now let's initialize NG Skin Tools, which is the only way I ever paint weights. And for the base weights, we'll just flood everything to this miscellaneous bind joint that I threw in here. Whoops, did not mean to hit mirror. Hello, Toucan Parrot. And thank you for the follow. Just flood that and create a new layer for... Should we do everything on one layer? We'll just start by doing that and see if we need to split anything off. I think we'll probably do these 4 joints on their own layer later, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. Now I could auto-assign these, but I feel like we're going to have to manually paint them at some point anyway. So I guess we will auto-assign it just so it goes vertically all the way up. Oh shoot. There's someone knocking on my door. 1 second. I'm in the middle of a live video call. They left when I said we're done. How much? I'm working. Yeah. And you're on the lots of Sorry about that. The back house I live in, the main house and back house are being sold, and they told me they were done showing the place today, and now they're saying they're not. But we're back. Okay, so we were about to auto-assign the joints. So we want everything that doesn't have Ori and doesn't have inner. So there's a way to tell it to show me everything that besides that. But we'll just go through and grab all of the ones that are just brow number bind. The Oris we'll worry about later. That will be a separate layer, definitely. L brow bind. No, we don't need that one. All right, now we will go over to edit, is it edit weights? Yeah, selected influence, high, and just assign. Cool. That is as predicted. So now let's go ahead and paint this layer, the layer mask. It's kind of hard to see what's selected here. Nope. Just go little by little. It's wigging out a little bit. And flood that, and then select inverse, and just smooth it a whole bunch of times. Actually, before we smooth that, we could probably deselect the eyelid area. Let me turn on symmetry. Actually, let's go back to before we selected the inverse and just add in eyelids. Maybe we'll just start with the eyelids and grab the brows again after. Okay, and now let's add the brows back in. Why is that not working? Shift double clicking is wigging out. Alright, so now if we inverse that, now we can just smooth all these. See how that looks. Alright. So now we need to go in and adjust the individual weights here. And we might be able to get away with... I guess we'll just go one by one and check them out. Let me make these show just white. I'm not a big fan of the multiple colors. I think for starters, we'll just run a relax on this. And then we will go in and kind of repaint a harsh fall off on the actual brow area. You see what it looks like when they're fully oriented. Uh-oh, nothing seems to be happening when I fully orient. That's weird. I may have broken something with the orientation last time. Interesting. I hope not, because that means we kind of have to rebuild this scene. No, it says it's orienting. It may just be too relaxed to see it. Let's see. So if we use the add brush here at 100, or I guess we'll just do replace at 100, then go one by one. Paint each joint, or each span, to perfectly match the joint that we have selected. But just on those 3 spans. Hello, Rig Station. Welcome. Oh my god, they're back. I have to go get my door again. I am so sorry. They told me they were done today. I'll just close the call and stuff.
I'm so sorry.
I'm basically getting a lecture. It wouldn't really work. I'm just going to tell them to go live again. And,
like you might think like he's gonna come back tomorrow. So sorry. We'll have to just he'll be the only one that comes in.
Yeah, just give me 5 minutes.
Of course, I'm sorry.
Thanks for the follow, Rig Station. So I have some bad news. The people selling this house are basically insisting that they come in and do a 15-minute inspection right now, even though they told me they were completely done. It is extremely annoying, and I am so sorry that I sent out all these announcements that we were going to be doing this right now, but I felt like I couldn't say no to them. But I think we're kind of stuck here. I'll go live again in like 15 to 30 minutes. If you followed and you have the notification bell rung, you should get a notification when we go live again. But for now, I am going to have to sign off, and we'll be back in a bit. Sorry again for that. This is completely out of my control. Hopefully this will not happen again. Or maybe I won't go offline. Maybe I'll just leave this be right back up. And that way, if people come here, they won't be like, wait, I thought you said you were live. All right, so I'll just mute my mic right now, and I hope to see some of you in 15 to 30 minutes, maybe less. Alright, we are back for now. They said that might be the last time they have to knock on my door, but I guess we'll find out. Let's get back to this eyebrow rig, and thanks for the follow, Chococo3D. And while I was away, it suddenly occurred to me the reason that nothing's rotating yet is because we didn't paint the orient joints yet, so that's totally fine. Alright, so we were going to paint. And they're back already. Oh my god. Okay, 1 second. Sorry, forgot I muted my mic again. Sorry, this is the most sporadic stream ever. Thanks for deciding to sell my place 8 months in. Mirror that. Turn this on. And now that we've done that, let's go in again and select the full brow and eyelid area. And then smooth everything that is not that. Why is shift double clicking not working today? Maybe it is selected, they're just hidden behind those joints so it's hard to see. Oh, because we're not in T-pose, symmetry is not working. Make sure this didn't get screwed up at all. Control-Shift-I to grab everything else and smooth. Wait, that's not what we want. We want the layer mask. No, that's not what we want. I guess we can just use relax for this. No, relaxing all too much. Oh no, please don't crash. No! Okay, didn't crash. Jeez, these undos are painfully slow right now. Wonder why. I think we might need to rely on the smooth brush instead of relax, because this point right here should be more influenced by the brow joints. It's Still waiting for it to undo a couple times. Okay. So let's go back to the paint tab. Smooth brush. Might need to manually add a little bit back here. That should work all right. That doesn't really look correct in there. In theory, these three verts right here should be perfectly 50-50 split between these two joints. So let's just manually do that. 100 there. And then, where's the right side version of this? Then let's set this to just 0.5 here. Okay. Now the area around this still needs some love. Oh. Shit. I'm having such a hard time selecting joints today. I wonder if the setting got messed up. There we go. Now we can go back to smoothing. Mirror first. Okay. Wish there was a relax brush. I believe there is a relax brush in NG2, but last time I used it, it wasn't quite as stable as I needed it to be. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Nope. Smooth these a little bit. Now this isn't making the straightest line. Let's see if we can figure out why that is. Might just be the actual position of these joints. So that one's basically 100%. Is this one not positioned right on a span? Guess I should have positioned that more to be on an actual span, but close enough. It is making me wonder if we need to be a little bit more precise so that those inner joints work out better. You can actually see how they're working so far, even though we didn't really pay attention to it yet. It's not terrible, but we definitely need it to be less. Which might be more about the remap than it is the painting. But now that we have that there, let's go in and add some really aggressive weights to the span that we want to be the crease. Let me look at the texture. So we definitely don't want this span to go in. It looks like, yeah, we should probably make it that one. Okay. And then maybe smooth out these ones. And then we'll still need to adjust the remap. And also we need to make sure when we go up and down, they stay in a smooth pattern. Okay, it looks decent, except we're getting a little kink there. Maybe I'll just... Yeah, we do need to soften that span. It's a tough balancing act, and this is complete R&D, so you can always go back and adjust the actual rig as needed. So before we do any of this, I think we'll go in and add the orient weights. Animation Muppet says, I use NG Skin Tools 1.8.2, but out of nowhere it started to mirror the weights, but the left moves the right. I'm not sure what you mean the left moves the right. Do you mean it's like mirroring the wrong direction? Because there is a, you can tell it to be one specific here. By default, it's on guess from stroke. So if you just set this to be plus X to minus X or vice versa, you have more direct control over that. I'm not sure if that's what you meant or not. All right, so it looks fine going up and down. It looks okay going in and out, but we definitely need to adjust the remaps. So let's just go ahead and do that. I was gonna say we'll paint the orient joints, but let's do this first. All right, so let's find those remap nodes. I believe I have them parented. Ah, here they are. These are the lower ones. We don't need to worry about that yet. Thanks for the follow, Jerusif. Alright, so this one, with that selected, the remap node should be... We got left and we got right. Which one of these do we want? Okay, there's the Z remap and the X remap. We want the Z remap right now set to move in the Z 1/4 as much as the X, and we need, let's try cutting that in half, so 2.5. And then the other side, negative 2.5. That's definitely a little better. Hello, Mary. Welcome. Wonder if it still seems like it's all moving out too far. I wonder if maybe I don't want it to move out at all. Maybe it's just the ones making the crease that we want to go out. But so let's just try doing like just one and -1. So this is only our second stream ever, and honestly, this isn't like a beginning to end follow along sort of tutorial, but every stream that we do in theory will automatically be on the video on demand section of my Twitch profile. I believe those stay up for like 60 days automatically for someone with Amazon Prime, which I have. I am going to look into manually exporting each one to YouTube potentially, but the last one didn't get recorded because I had my Twitch settings set up incorrectly. But yeah, I'm not, you know, I'm literally just doing work that I would otherwise be doing, and I'm just letting people watch. It's not going to be the cleanest, most edited step-by-step process. If you highlight the video, you believe it'll stay on Twitch permanently. Can you highlight the entire video, though? Is there not a maximum time for a highlight? Smooth this skin, see what it looks like. Could be a little crisper. not terrible. Let's move these joints just by hand, just to experiment with how it would look if we moved them in various directions. Looks like both of them could use a little bit more automatic X movement. Thanks for the tip, Daniel. I might look into that. Alright, so let's find those remaps again and alter the X movement of them. So this one that has X in the name, 2.5, let's make it 5. Maybe 4. And then the other side, -4. And we want to do that to this one as well. This one's at 5 already. Make it 6. Wait, where does this one go? Oh, that's the Z. We don't want the Z. Whoops. -4. And 4. Okay. That definitely looks a little crisper already. It's not bad. I'm pretty happy with that, considering it's just joints. Not bad. We'll see if we can adjust these weights to, when they go down, not hit that hard line there. Which might be more about the layer weights, layer mask. Thanks for the follow, Effie. Alright, let's see what we can do about the layer mask here. We definitely need to paint in some extra. Also, I like to get a little bit of brown meat visible underneath here. So in general, this whole row could be enhanced. Let's paint it like this. Let's start by just adding in a bit of this row. We'll probably smooth it out a bit more. I'll just flood this all to 1 for now. It's definitely too much, but fix it later. Actually, I take that back. Let's do it more like 0.5, because it's a little hard to read. Alright. Paint. Replace 0.5. Wait. I guess we just need to add some. Okay, that's a good starting point. And then if we add in a few spans below it, and then flood those with some smooth. Then get rid of the top row. Smooth some more. There we go. That's getting there. Now let's see what that looks like when we go down. Still, we need to add a lot more influence in the middle. I'm worried about how this is going to affect our our brow wrinkles in the middle. Starting to lose some volume here. Oh shoot, we're losing volume everywhere actually. Wait, which? Now I'm forgetting. Okay, yeah, that is where it is. Ooh. Yeah, these are supposed to be at 100%. A little bit of a finicky area here. Now that there's more people in here, how does the mic sound? Someone had said it sounded a little staticky for some reason earlier. Alright, let's take a quick break from this and paint in the orient joints, which should be very quick. That'll just allow the actual hairy brow area to rotate a little bit. Just paint it straight to 100. I'll type Ori here so that it only shows Ori joints. Just go one by one. I don't know which one it is, it's not highlighting. It's weird. Whatever. I just know it starts with 1, so let's start right here. What just happened? Okay, weird bug. Why is it gray now? Getting some weird drawing bugs. Just paint a layer mask over this row just to be safe. Or, actually, do we want that? I guess we'll just copy the layer mask from below. Copy. Paste, replace. Thanks for the follow, Baker Country. Oh, it's sounding better than earlier. That's good. Wonder why. Alright. Maybe it will not explode this time. 1, 2. What the heck? 3. Yeah, it's just a visual bug. It's not actually gray. There we go. Let's see if that worked. Yep, it works. Let's turn our lines back on. So we might want to flood some smooth just a tiny bit outside of it. Just those 2 rows that it didn't hit. I guess we'll use the relax feature for that. Alright. Maybe a tiny bit to this row too. Okay. That looks good. And I usually don't keep the rotation at 100%. I usually do 0.5, 50%. At least that's what I've been doing in this test period. I haven't actually used this brow setup on a finalized character yet, but now we are maintaining volume to some extent and rotating. And let's just mirror that over. Make sure it works over here. 0.5. Cool. NG Skin Tool. NG Skin Tools, yes, that's a Maya plugin that's free for non-commercial use. It's the only way I ever paint weights. It's great. Thanks for the follow, Amranoxv. Alright, so back to this complicated center area. It's making too much of an ugly rounded shape right now. Back to this layer. Guess I need to add some negative value here. Woo, not good. Let's see just what happens when we smooth. If it gets better or worse. Okay, that does. Let's make it a little better. A little ugly shape right there. Fix that in a sec. Okay. Getting there. Okay. Too shabby. Now that I'm looking at it, realizing these four down here that are gonna, we haven't painted them yet, but they're gonna create a little horizontal wrinkle there. I'm realizing they need to move down with these. Or maybe, So the wrinkles, where do we want the wrinkle to be? I guess right there. Never painted a brow like this before. Oh, I see some ugliness. Let's smooth some of these. Where's that weird kink coming from? Oh well. See if it's held up the inner wrinkling here. Looks like it's getting a little too... Yeesh. Yeah, that's nasty. How did we end up with that? I guess once we started painting it down here. Damn. This is hard. This is hard to balance. Because as soon as we start painting these joints to, or the overall layer mask to be able to go down vertically with a nice shape, then it kind of gets in the way of the horizontal working out. I wonder if we have to do something weird where maybe we add some of these weights back into... This is tricky. Let's just try some stuff. Monkey, the goal here is to make this a game-friendly rig, which means joints only, so no corrective shapes. Why don't I do an animation with different position to check everything? I don't know, I could, but I'm happy to just pull them around into different shapes too. Alright, so the layer mask is already pretty smooth. Maybe there's some tricks we can do with the actual joints as opposed to just how it all affects. So what happens? Maybe what we need to do is manually paint some inner some of these puff and tuck joints. Maybe we have to manually, this is getting a little dirty, but maybe if we manually paint in, okay, yeah, that helps actually. Paint some of these lower areas. It's not the cleanest way to do it, because if we go and smooth this, it's probably going to move them away. But let's just test it out. This is all an experiment, just to see how far we can get this with this centered, this inner area without moving away from just joints. Yeah, we're basically seeing if we can get the fidelity I normally have with my rigs, but with just joints. Omranox V, we are they're going to automatically be available for watching on Twitch after the stream ends. It's I think they'll be up automatically for a few months, but I'm going to look into ways to getting them to stay, and might also, I think there's an export to YouTube button that I'll be looking into as well. So again, we're having that problem where whenever we get this to look nice, going down makes it look like trash. Well, it's R&D for a reason. There may just not be a way to get this to look great without corrective shapes. Like, I want to figure out a way to get this area down here to not look so hard. What happens if I just smooth it? As far as I know, Unreal can handle blend shapes, but I don't know if it can handle it in the way that you would drive them in the Maya rig. It might have to be more of like an Unreal implementation. Not to mention that since I sell my rigs for use with as much software as possible, I can't really like lock it off to just Unreal. Like if people want to use it in Unity or for a simple mobile game or something. I'm not saying I won't ship Kayla 2 without blend shapes. I'm just saying it's kind of the light goal. See how far we can get. Yeah, it's getting the inner joints down into this shape that is really hard without blend shapes, because this whole area around her mid, like halfway between her brow and nose, that all has to very softly go down, but it also has to come out. It might be something that's just not really that doable with joints. Unless you have a joint on every single vertex, which is not really the kind of rig I'm looking to make. That's a bit overkill, I think, for this. Oh right, we were just painting one joint there. You had to sculpt brow shapes on every frame? What? Maybe I need to get rid of some of this. Maybe I can just create a very, like, ignoring my bottom joints here, maybe I can just create a very simple crease here. Let's see. See what happens. This might totally mess up how it looks when it goes in, but we'll see. Trying to paint everything to basically... Oh wait, we don't want this to come all the way down because then that messes up with the overall flow of the brow. Starting to get laggy. Right? Did it destroy this area? Not really. Maybe we might be getting there, actually. I don't know if I'm going to be able to really implement these four here. If I really want it to be game friendly, I'll just hide those for now. If I really want it to be game friendly, I might need to just compromise and have this down shape be simpler like this. Definitely not the prettiest when they merge, but I don't know. I feel like for a game character, you know, maybe have the animators not really go past this level. That might be okay. But in theory, it would be nice to get a nice wrinkle below there, but maybe that just has to remain for the non-game friendly version of this rig, because I do plan on, like, if I think it could really be pushed past the joints, I'll just ship with 2 versions. Thanks, Mary. Yeah, I think this was a semi-successful test. Let's see what other areas look like. Oh, you mean like texture maps that automatically fire? Never really messed around with that before. I know that's a pretty common thing to do with VFX and games. A simple sort of Disney Pixar style character. I don't know if that's worth it, especially since a lot of people use my rigs just in the viewport, and I'm not sure. I know you can show bump maps in the viewport. I mean, I am right now. There's some bump maps on her brows, but never really looked into that. Yeah, the goal is to make it like just the simplest game rig possible. Also, I'm noticing we painted too much. Maybe I just didn't mirror the top layer. I'm noticing when I pull this down, too much is rotating. Yeah, what? Maybe I think our mirror, the automatic mirror settings must have grabbed the wrong joints, because I'm mirroring, but it's not actually correct. Let's go to the mirror. And where is the manual mirror mapping? There it is. Hey, it doesn't get bigger. Are there any that aren't mirroring? Like, oh yeah, some of these are 100% not correct. Why isn't it just going based on name? That fix it? I think that fixed it, actually. Let's try mirroring again. Oh, that's not right. What the heck happened? Well, shoot. 35 maps for half the face. Wow. All right. How did we accidentally do that? Let's back up to before we mirrored. If we can. Sometimes, oh yeah, we undid as far as we can. Is it possible we just never noticed that before? Yeah, I guess it is possible actually, because when we move the inner ones, you don't really notice it. Looks like we just accidentally painted something onto this side. Let's just get rid of it. Where is this happening? These are quite smooth. Let's look for one where there's just random stuff. Oh, it must be on the orient layer because it was when it rotates. They must be like really micro weights. I'll just replace to 0 each of these. There we go. Maybe just been that one. And then, but I feel like if I mirror it might, I hope that works. What the heck? Maybe it undid our actual mirror associations. Everything found its opposite, unless some of them are grabbing the wrong opposite, but on first glance, they all look the same. Try it again. What in tarnation? Oh, wait a second. Let me mirror the other layer too. Oh no! Happened again. Sometimes that happens where weights on like the opposite side, it like your changes get unmirrored and stuff. So I'll just flood both sides to 0. I don't know if we want that to flood to 0. Do I like the new version of NG? I used it once and it was just really buggy because it was very new. It had some new cool features though, so I'll probably hop over to it after it gets a few more releases. I remember there was some stuff I missed about the old version, but hopefully that'll get added at some point. Oh my god, what have I broken? How did I do this? Everything was working. Thanks for the follow, Skipper Wing. Mary, I don't think a Maya reboot would help it. There are actual weights causing this. Oh, okay, this one. Wait a second. Why are there any weights on Brow Ori on this layer? I didn't paint Brow Ori weights on this layer. maybe that's what happened. Can I flood multiple influences to 0 at once? We'll find out. No. Let's go one by one. Okay. There's that. And let's manually do it to the other side too, just to make sure it doesn't undo it. Oh wait, we did do it to the other side. Okay. So let's try mirroring. Thanks, Skipper. Oh no, we definitely screwed something up. But it might just be a matter of the layer masks. We'll see. I don't think so though. Yeah, it's just that middle area that got screwed up somehow. So the Ori layer's totally fine. Yeah, it was just from when we were doing some stuff. Damn, we might lose our nice weights in the middle here. Get rid of these couple right here. Oops. Time to see if this totally ruined everything. It was so nice before, and now it's sloppy. That still looks okay. Damn, we got that nasty line back in the middle now. All this because of that one oversight. I still don't know how those joints accidentally got painted. Alright, we're kind of back to where we were. Thanks for the follow, Count. Wonder how bad I am at pronouncing people's Twitch usernames. Okay. Notice this span looking a little funky earlier. think we're good. And this was always just a test anyway, so I would give our results of this test a 7 out of 10. I'm disappointed that I wasn't able to get that wrinkle when it goes down, and I don't really think there's an easy way to do that with joints, but I still think it looks okay. Like, exporting a game rig that looks like this when you go down is, I think, pretty decent. Looks better when it's smooth, but whatever. Rare that she'd be that angry. I guess to test out the game riggability of it, we should just leave smooth off. And let's actually just do some tests. Turn off the joints. Lock geo. DreamWorks phase. Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. Could push it with blend shapes. And my rigging system, in theory, will be able to build back-to-back game versions and full feature versions with blend shapes and stuff. Thanks, Mary. And then we've always got that option to determine how much volume is being preserved with rotations. 0.5 looks good to me. One looked fine too, but it's actually just paint a little bit more brow meat to come down with it. Just for the sake of looking nice. No, don't do that. Kind of hard to get this to come down without later smoothing it, making it not so vertical. Gonna have to be super manual with it. That's pretty good. Yeah, good enough. Oh, you know what? There's one feature I forgot to add here, which it won't be too hard, and I'll just do it in the script later. I don't have to do it right now. So normally, yeah, mistaken cloud. I'll explain it in a second. But the one feature I forgot to add is when we bring our master brow controls down, I would, in theory, like the major brow controls to reorganize themselves into a straight line, just so you don't get this weird kink when you're bringing the brow down. But that's just, you know, literally one remap node, so I'll throw that into the script next time. Mistaken Clown wants to know how this curve setup works. You don't understand how the center four joints don't move if you move the eyebrow. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Can you elaborate? So here's the actual NURBS curve that it's riding along. The center, Mistaken Cloud is now saying the four center joints stay still if you move either eyebrow. I'm still not following what you mean. When I move either eyebrow, all the joints are moving. Oh, these center joints, the inner ones here? These four joints are unrelated to the curve setup. They're literally just four joints chilling here, and they're just constrained between the two inner ones. And then they automatically move in and out a little bit too. Yes, they make a crease when I push them in because there are remap nodes attached to their Z and X, so that they move in and out like that. But it's just a regular point constraint causing them to follow along in general, just to stay between them like this, and then they're just set to like 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, and vice versa, just to get them to stay there. But yeah, each of these, all the yellow and red controls represent each point on the curve, with the red ones being kind of automatically positioned in between the yellow ones. Yes, this does save a lot of blend shapes. The goal of this test was to see how far we can get without blend shapes. I think we got like 70 or 80% there, which is pretty good. But yeah, then all the little tiny controls that are associated with the joint, they all follow along with the curve, but you can move them individually too. And each of these joints that's riding along has a child joint that we painted some rotation data on, and that is controlled by this orient child joints option to maintain volume. I leave it on 0.5 usually. No, it's not a ribbon, but it's similar. It's joints riding along something. Whether it's a curve or a NURB surface, it's a fairly similar process to just attach them. But yeah, we just need to remap that. Just for the sake of testing it and for the sake of demonstrating on stream, let's just go ahead and do that real quick. So we want to grab the offset above this, and we want this to automatically move in Y when this guy moves in Y. So let's create a remap value node. Connect translate Y to the input value, and the out value goes to translate Y of this one. And let's set it to be from 0 to, I usually put a high number just so it doesn't stop at any point if the animator pulls it really far. So from 0 to -20, we want it to go from 0 to two, 3, 4, 5. It's like 4 is an okay number. Maybe 4.5. And then we could duplicate this to do some extra on this one as well. Translate Y again. Out value. Translate Y. And this one will be... bring it back down to 0 for now. This one's going to move down a little bit. -1. Yeah, that's kind of okay. It's a little wonky. Maybe it's better without this one. Yeah, let's just kill this one. And now whenever we move that left brow down, you'll see it automatically corrects the shape of it to just be a little bit more user-friendly compared to this nasty one on the right side. And do we need it when it goes up? Nah. So yeah, I'll throw that remap node into the script setup later. Maybe we should just do it now. Let me catch up on chat. Rig Station says, looks ultra cool, thank you so much. Mary says, I will watch the whole construction of this. I'm from Max, and we don't have something as smooth as that. I've never used 3ds Max personally. You might be able to still do something. It's very hacky. This isn't like surface level Maya stuff that I'm doing. I bet you use that with the mouth so you can close it easily. I will be using curves like this for the mouth, yeah. Thanks for the follows, NPC and Nomalin. Mac or Mistaken Clown says, also no pressure, but when's the next tutorial series? Planning coming out. I bought your previous tutorials, but I'm curious to see what you plan to add in the sequel. Thank you. I do hope to make a face rigging series based on what you're looking at right now. But first I'm going to make a couple rigs and iron out the kinks to the actual setup. Otherwise I'm just going to be flailing around trying to figure out stuff just like I'm doing on these streams. We need to get a little simpler. Count says, I thought it was an IK handle, like for these brows. There's no IK handles involved here now. Is this a new Twitch? I thought it was a follower. Yeah, MPC, after that first stream, which was on my personal gaming channel as a test, I decided to just make a new account so it's gaming on the other channel and, whatchamacallit, rigging on this channel. Did I make a gaming command? Yeah, that's the old channel right there. Thanks for the follow, Mistaken Clown. Maybe we should just save this and just throw that remap node into the script. See how it goes. So let's get rid of Andrew Skin Tools. Open up my rigging system. Recent, oh, it's already set to recent project. Kayla 2. So I'll just open up the prep file. And then we can switch over to my dual monitor setup. All right, brow. Let's start out with the left side. Where are we going to add it? I guess we can add it pretty early on when it's just creating the controls. Where is it creating the root control? Major controls. Root control. So it creates the root control here, and then the major control here. Oh, also I need to resize this Maya. All right. So it loops through all the proxies because there is support to create more than just 4 major brow controls. So we need to know what the last one is. So it looks like I'm labeling them as previous for some reason as I'm going through. So let's, like if I print preview, that will be the last one. In fact, I'm just going to assume that that works. So let's say auto TY, I guess. All right, so let's just find somewhere in here where I made a remap and copy what I'm doing. Looks like I have a excuse me. I have a command that automatically creates remap nodes here. Remap old. I guess I made a new one, but now I'm using the old one. Output X. No, we don't want that. TY. Root control is what we want. Or wait, is that the... I'm assuming it's the input and then the output. So the input would be translate Y of root control. And the output would be translate Y of... Ooh, excuse me. Oh, you know what? I should just have it build this on every control, so you have the option on all the major controls. So I'll just drop it inside the loop of the major controls. Welcome, Aguamentes. Alright, so root control drives... Control... Looks like I don't need that 0 at the end there. Y. 0 to 20. We want negative 20. Goes... I'll just set it to be 0 by default and leave it up to the rigger to decide. Hope that works. And we want it to be called... That should be fine. Just see if that works. It did not work. 236. Wait, 236? That's not where we are. Oh, rig utils 236. That probably means it was the remap that didn't work here. Root control. Okay, yeah, I do need I do need to grab the first in a list there. Okay, list 94. List has no type. Replace. Control 0. Replace. There we go. So in theory, every single one of these controls should now have a remap node attached to it. Hooray! Every one of these should have one. Yep. So we should just need to copy this over to the right side now. Wahoo! Two lines. Hooray. Mistaken Clown says, yeah, he posted this like an hour ago on LinkedIn, and an hour ago I needed to go to bed for work in the morning. Hope he eventually considers weekend streams for different time zone users. Sadly, I'm probably going to stick to just my normal work hours for this. I'm very strict about not bringing my work into the weekends or else I'll get burned out. Yeah, it'll probably be afternoon Pacific time, unfortunately, but you could always watch the VODs afterwards. Good night, Mary. Thanks for the kind words. Thanks for the follow, Jick Designs. Alright, so we're copying this over to the right side. Might need to swap this to be negative. No, I don't think so. Wait a second. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I plugged it into the actual control instead of the null above it. Let's just replace that in both of these. So driven is control 1, not control 0. And go back to the one we did before. Control 1 instead of control 0. Build it. Uh-oh. Already has incoming connection. Why is that? RAM. What line was that for? The right side or the left side? 236. Oh, that's the remap again. Am I automatically driving that already, I wonder? I think I am. Shoot. I think it's talking about the furrow one that automatically has... Yeah, damn it. We're gonna have to create a manual extra offset group for these guys. This is the left side. So yeah, before we do that, we'll just create a manual extra null. We'll call it root y auto. It's equal to, it's gonna be a group. Call it control 0 dot replace. So we can just steal the name of that and replace the suffix. Replace CTRL with auto y or root. Let's call it root auto null. Empty world. And then zip it over to its intended position. Zip it over to where the control is. Thanks, Agua. And delete the constraint. And then parent it, or not, yeah, delete the constraint, then parent the new null to control 1. And then we need to reparent the actual control to root y auto. Okay. I think that's good. So now we just drop root y auto into the object that is being driven. And let's copy that into the right side and then run it and see if it works. Damn it. What just errored? No object named L brow 01 root auto null. Why not? Made it. 93, line 93. Oh no. Why isn't that working? Control 0 dot replace CTRL. This looks fine. What's wrong with it? Oh, I know why. name is equal to. It was trying to find an object named that. Where are we? There. Oh, wait. Wrong one. Did I do it on the right one? Yeah, I did. Jick Design says, thanks for streaming while you work. It's nice to have this on while I'm working freelance. Makes it feel like I'm in studio again. Oh, that's nice. Thanks. Touchy question, Josh. You've touched upon rigging being very mentally draining for you lately, or for people in general because of crunch hours and such. Have you tried trying a different discipline like animation to freshen the feeling, or just do something different? No, I just took 3 months off, and now I feel refreshed, so just going to be careful with not overworking going forwards. Quick Twitch chat debug. I'm not sure what that meant. Alright, let's build this, see if it worked. Damn it. TRL. I definitely misspelled something, because what the hell is TRL? TRL. Dot replace. Oh, I got rid of the C in control by accident. Hooray! Let's see if this worked. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah. That one worked. And this one would be the negative. Or, actually, no, just the same. Seems good. Just double check that it added these to all of them. Yep. Seems good. Sweet. All right, so we did our we skinned our brows. It came out decently for not having any blend shapes. And now we have successfully, oh crap, what did I just do? I did not mean to save that. And then we successfully added these remap nodes here, and before the stream I also fixed the global scale issues, so I think we'll call it there for today. It's a good stream, it's a good stream. Did have those issues having to answer the door like 5 times though. Let's see. I'm not following too many people on Twitch to potentially raid, because I figure if we raid anyone from this channel, it should probably be for the sake of, you know, it being similar subject matter. I feel weird sending everyone here off to watch somebody play a video game. But thanks for watching, everyone. I might stream some video games tonight on the other account if anyone feels like following that channel. It's right there. And Streamlabs has been dropping links to all my professional and personal social medias and stuff throughout the stream. So I don't think I need to plug that right now. But yeah, hope everybody learned something or had a good time. Peace out. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's run the we'll run the credits. I always forget about the credits. Running credits now. Oh, wait. Wrong account. There we go. Oh no. I never set up these credits to look not terrible. I'm sorry. Crap. You can't even read them. see if I can adjust that real quick. Don't want the crawl, no. Default? Oh, bubbly, that's the one I normally use. Then make the font bigger. It's a little better. It'll show up just a bit. Just adjusting it to be a little bit more readable. It's the one thing that got stuck from my last account. Alright, let's give this a shot. Hooray! Thanks for the new follows: Jick Designs, Mistaken Clown, Nomalin, NPC, Count, Skipper Wing, Omranox v Baker County, Effie, Drew Self-Womble, Chococo, Rig Station, Toucan Parrot, Truth Striker, Zeronius Max, and Piero. Oh no, it's gone. I can't see it anymore. P. Elliott. I missed seeing the full name as it scrolled past. I should slow that down next time. But thanks for watching, everybody.